A string of recent violence in Federal Hill, a city councilman says more police officers are on the street. This comes after police say in just 1 week, a woman was shot on Charles Street and businesses were vandalized in the same neighborhood. Our Casey Baylor is live on your corner in Federal Hill after speaking with the councilman. And Casey, there are plans in the future to ensure a year-round safety.
Nikki, Baltimore City Councilman Zach Blanchard says Baltimore police are still fleshing out their safety plans when it comes to watching for this area here, Federal Hill. Comes just days after that shooting here on South Charles Street. You can see damage still visible from that shooting, a bullet hole through a business here. But for right now, Blanchard says expect to see more police officers, traffic enforcement officers, along with other agencies around this area as nightlife picks up.
Just having more proactive enforcement.
As crowds flock to Federal Hill's entertainment scene at night, Baltimore City Councilman Zach Blanchard is working with city partners to address neighbors' concerns following recent violence.
I don't feel as secure as I did at one time.
Because I'm looking at this gunshot here and this gunshot here, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my grandson could be walking by and that could have happened to him, but people can't live in fear.
July 27th, Baltimore police say someone shot a woman on South Charles Street. Surveillance video captures the moment gunfire erupted. The night before, Blanchard says he walked around the area to get a feel for what's going on in his district.
Definitely saw a very clear need for better enforcement with open liquor containers, with defusing, arguments.
Blanchard says this past weekend, the city deployed more officers to the area, targeting low-level offenses like open containers and marijuana use in the public right-of-way. He says he visited the area again Saturday night and noticed how this presence helped.
Loud arguments getting broken up before they turned into fights, that sort of thing. Did see a couple people getting, handcuffed.
He says it's refreshing to see these efforts following last week's shooting. Looking ahead, he hopes to see a similar presence around Federal Hill. Most importantly, he's waiting on more details from Baltimore police about rolling out an entertainment district unit, which will monitor the city's bar scene.
Having officers who are not just on voluntary overtime shifts, but that's their job to do that, and they're properly staffed and they've got the right leadership in place there, is going to be helpful, not just in Federal Hill, but in all of the neighborhoods that have this.
Now, Blanchard adds violent crime in Federal Hill was twice the city's average back in 2022. But since 2024, Federal Hill has seen crime on a downward trend. But Blanchard says despite these numbers, his primary focus is reducing crime and ensuring safer streets for everyone. Reporting live on your corner in Federal Hill, I'm Casey Baylor for WJZ.
Good to see more officers out there. Casey, thank you.